Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hazy on Nova.
Let's talk about men who do half a job. Yes, I repeat, men who do half a job.
Oh.
Yesterday, for reasons known only to my husband and the clothing gods, he decided Sunday afternoon, mid-afternoon, mind you, was a good time to clean out the clothes of all the girls' rooms.
Oh, I love that proactiveness. Well done.
So by about 5 o'clock on a Sunday night, when we're all trying to prepare for the week and get ready, I sent through a photo to you of what? Please tell me what was in the front entrance of the hallway to my home. Tell me, describe it.
It was a whole giant pile of clothes that looked like they were on the way out.
Yes.
But they were trying to make their way out the front door, but they couldn't quite get there.
Yeah.
Like they'd started the journey and then they'd stopped for a cup of tea.
That mound of clothes that you see in front of you will sit there if I don't dispose of them for probably 3 weeks.
Oh.
Half a job.
Well, it's a 50-50 relationship, so he's done 50%. Who's going to do the other 50%? You know what I mean?
Oh, man. We, on top of that, to add to the clothing issue that we have in our home, on top of that, he brought a chest of drawers for Harper for her room. He was missing some screws for one of the drawers. So that chest of drawers has sat there for 2 months with 3 out of the 4 drawers. With just a big gaping hole in the middle. Mm-hmm. And every time I would say, hey, do you reckon we could finish off those chest of drawers? He'd be like, oh, I'm just going to get the screws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it on the list. It's not easy sometimes because we're always thinking and we're trying to work out what the next project is and how we can better this whole situation. And sometimes, rarely, jobs like this get missed or they get done at 50%.
But it's the timing of the jobs too. Like, why do you boys always embark on major projects at the worst, most inconvenient times? Quite often when people are coming over to visit.
It's a genuine stitch up by our brains. We go, do you know what? That thing that doesn't need to be done now for the next 6 months, you need to do it now.
Is that what
Do
happens?
it now. And you go, oh, okay, I'm just listening to my brain.
I'm going to ask this question. Does Cara have a couple of things that you perhaps do half a job?
Yes, so I asked her, she sent a list through. She said cleaning the kitchen, raking the leaves, feeding the cat and the bedroom. So
everything.
Yeah.
You're a big old half a jobber. 13, 24, 10. We want to hear about the half a jobbers this morning.
My big question is when she says the bedroom, does that mean making the bed or does it mean something else? Is activity in there? I don't know, Jones. I don't know. She didn't specify.
I strongly suspect you only do half a job in there.
Oh, my gosh. Young lady by the name of Renee Starr. She's a plus-size fetish model from Florida. She earns $5,000 a month fulfilling niche online requests, including role-playing as a giant who eats people. You didn't see that coming, Jodes. You did not see that coming.
I'm here for it, though. I love it.
Me too.
Why not? So we're taking your calls this morning on 13 24 10. If you're brave enough to own up to your fetishes, we'd love to hear from you. And let's go to line 1, please, because Alex from Croydon, good morning.
Morning, Joe. How you going?
Good. Tell everyone where you work, please.
So I work at an adult shop here in Adelaide, and I think for the sake of my clientele, I may keep that to myself as to what adult shop, so people still feel a bit comfortable, and I'm not sharing some of their fetishes. But I will say you guys were accurate, spot on before with the amputee porn. That is very popular as well. We have a series called Stumps That Hump.
Are you serious? Alex, can we ask you how much, are we talking DVDs, we're talking magazines? Where are we going?
DVDs and mags are as popular as they've ever been.
Really?
And it's wild in this day and age. You think that people can download that stuff off the internet with ease, but people still feel comfortable enough to come in and buy their stuff on disc.
So I don't understand that. You would rather go up to a random human who you've never met and stand in front of them and go, stumps that hump, please. You know?
They just, and there's that level of comfortability, and it's a lot of the older generation too. I find that people are around my age, I'm in my late 20s, and they are the most nervous people when they come in. And I don't know why, because this generation's supposed to be very open with their sexuality.
Yeah.
Whereas the older generation, they're more comfortable in coming in, and this is one of our more popular categories, and that's transgender porn.
Wow. That's a thing too, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if it's, for lack of a better term, old businessmen that like to venture off to the Far East.
Yeah.
Right.
This has been very enlightening.
Oh, wow. Goodness me. Thank you so much, Alex.
Yeah, Alex from Croydon. We should catch up with Willow Ben to discuss this further.
I wonder if they'd have Nova pumping through the speakers at the sex shop.
Hey, Alex, before you go, can you make sure that you've got a hook to Nova 919 at your particular store, please?
Absolutely, we'll be pumping it.
There we go.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
That's what it's all about.
That was enlightening, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was.
Okay, have a listen, if you will, to this little opinionated peanut on the internet telling all of us women what they should do with their lives. His name is Chris Griffin. He's 22 years old. He has a podcast called The Pocket, and this is where he and his fellow D-head mate jump on Instagram and TikTok to share their wealth of knowledge, accumulated presumably in his whole 22 years that he's resided here. It's blown up, it's gone viral, and people are not very happy. When I say people, mainly women.
I don't want my partner working unless she wants to work. If you feel the need to go and work to make money and then you come home and you're complaining about your day when we don't need you to make money because we're sorted. If we've got 4 hours to spend in the afternoon and I ask you, how was your day today, babe? I want your eyes to light up with excitement. It's the calm, it's the harmony, it's the peace and love that a man that's got a busy life that's chasing his dreams needs when he's trying to wind down. This is why I heavily encourage hot girl walks. I would love my partner to go on a hot girl walk with her friends every day. Awesome. She gets this feminine energy. They get to talk their shit and then they get to have a bit of excitement about their day.
Do you know what I'd like? I'd like for him to pursue his dream of shutting the up. Seriously. I don't have the strength for this anymore. I think I'm dead inside when it comes to this stuff. So we've got this Andrew Tate wannabe telling us gals that we shouldn't have a career, leave that to the man, you put your feet up and drink your acai smoothies, go on hot girl walks. And what the hell is a hot girl walk, by the way? How does that differ, producer Molly, from just a normal walk around the block?
I think it's a walk.
Okay.
But you've got to be a hot girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
But he just wants us to be energetically fit to make him feel good about himself because he's pursuing his dreams and his career. Because you know what, babe, I've got this podcasting empire to build. So make me feel good about myself. Can I just say a couple of things here very slowly? Firstly, us girls are not put on the planet to make sure you're in a good mood. It's not my job.
What?
It genuinely is not my job.
Really?
I like to make you laugh, but, mate, I'm not walking in here every morning with the objective of making sure Andrew Hayes is in a good mood.
Oh, my God. Where's the off button? Is that triggering?
Yes. Secondly, I would say, do you know what else is sexy on a woman? Do you know what's sexy on a woman, Andrew? Financial independence. A woman who gets out there, gets it done, earns her money and makes sure she's got enough super to see her into retirement.
But babe, I don't want you to be stressed. You need to be up and about.
And actually, on a serious note, it's a pretty dangerous notion to suggest that women should rely on men for money, because what happens if that relationship breaks down? What happens then?
No, that's true.
Yeah, you don't have your own career, you don't have your own money, and Lordy only knows where you end up. And thirdly, if this is my son, I'd be calling him up and I would say, hey, Chris, did I hurt you as a child? Did I do something?
Is this my fault, Chris?
Are you okay? And the problem is here is you've got any old idiot with a microphone who buys a podcasting kit now who can put out these really dangerous ideas into the universe and then it gets traction. I'd rather focus on the good men who are doing good things rather than these absolute knobheads.
Do you know what? Bugger it. Timing's never been my thing. Coming up next, let's hear more from the absolute flawless prince that is Chris Griffin. And can I take this opportunity to launch my own podcast?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm going to launch my own podcast.
Really?
Because, Chris Griffin, he's really inspired me.
Okay.
Andrew Hayes podcast, a snippet for you next. Don't go anywhere. And we've just recently learned that Jodie, it would seem, has a bit of a crush on a young man by the name of Chris Griffin. I said to you before we started this, I'm going to say something I reckon's going to trigger you.
Man.
How'd it go?
Sometimes you stumble across stuff on the internet and it just makes your blood boil. This was me yesterday with this health and wellbeing podcaster who has decided that women shouldn't have to work. Women should be cared for and looked after by their men. And also we have an obligation, I tell you, us gals, to make you feel good when you walk in the door at the end of every day where you've been hardworking and pursuing your career.
Oh, my God. Do you know if I put myself in that situation, I did that to my wife?
Yeah.
I think she'd slowly stab me in the neck with a pair of scissors. And I would deserve it too. I'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah, you're good, doll. Have a listen to the wisdom of a 22-year-old young male.
If we've got 4 hours to spend in the afternoon and I ask you, how was your day today, babe? I want your eyes to light up with excitement. It's the calm, it's the harmony, it's the peace and love that a man that's got a busy life that's chasing his dreams needs when he's trying to wind down.
Oh, amen, brother. Let's check out some more of Chris Griffin's work because he's on fire via his podcast.
Imagine living your whole life trying to make someone else proud. So you take the job they respect, say the things they'd agree with, chase the goals they'd applaud, but deep down, you know it's not what you want. What if getting their approval means losing your own? Because the truth is, you're allowed to take a left when everyone else is going right. Make yourself proud first.
Oh, well, I guess so. Is everyone else crying?
Oh.
If you're not crying, you're not tearing up, I guess you're a corpse.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
That's powerful. Oh, hallelujah.
Yeah, so Chris has given you an opportunity and I think you're going to take it.
Yeah.
Despite the best advice of everyone around you, you want to launch your own podcast now.
Bugger it, everyone's doing it.
Yep.
Here's a snippet from a future award-winning podcast. It's called Healing with Hazy. You're welcome in advance. Yeah, I get it. Life's tough. So many breakfast options. What do I wear to the gym? Can I do chest again? There's so many obstacles, bro. It reminds me of a famous quote from Robert Downey Jr. He said, I'm thinking of buying a monkey. Then I think, why stop at one? I'm considering a platoon of monkeys so that people will look at me and see how mellow and well-adjusted I am compared to these monkeys throwing feces around. Deep. Don't be the platoon of monkeys. Peace. Apologies in advance, just a bro talking from his heart.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You're just an onion, aren't you, Dal?
100%.
So many layers. Yeah.
The podcast is called Healing with Hazy. Give it a listen. I'm not a douche, you're a douche.
Andrew Hayes, every now and then you say something on this show and I go, hold up, wait a minute, is that right? Because on the show yesterday, you had this to say.
Because I'm not a hoarder, I'm the opposite of a hoarder.
Right.
So if there's any sort of junk sort of piling up, I'll chuck it out.
Yeah.
Completely chuck it out. A lot of feedback said that was very stunning and brave for me to admit that. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Text line going off its face. That's really nice.
Well, my text was going off its face because I immediately got a response from our mystery caller who is about to actually reveal what you're really like at home in between those four walls.
Oh, my God. Did you call our cat Houston?
Mystery caller, could you reveal yourself, please?
Oh, hello. I'm Hazy's lucky wife, aren't I?
Oh, here we go. First
And
time
I
caller
have a
/
bone
listener.
to pick with you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm not a hoarder. You are not a hoarder when it comes to kids' toys, even anything that's left lying around, important bits of paper. But I have wardrobes, shelves full of boxes that store old football, VHS of you playing football at some period of your life, with football shorts from every team you've ever played for, socks, Guernseys, the whole lot in boxes that you will not throw out. In the shed, we have mugs right down to you winning like best on ground at Year 7 cricket.
Oh,
You will not let me throw them out. And I reckon the worst one, actually I kind of get this one, but this one is your most prized possession, and whenever I say I've done a clean out, you always attack me for this. Your school blazer is still hanging in the wardrobe in pristine condition, and we are not allowed to touch, look at it, do anything with it. Where is my school blazer?
It's an honour coat, by the way, and it sounds like someone's a bit jealous.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I don't have an honour coat, but when do you plan on wearing that next? Are you going to pass it down to Henry so that he can wear it and walk around in your honour coat?
I don't know.
You've got a lot of stuff
probably
for someone who's not a hoarder.
Yeah, there'll be some random night where I've had a few too many beers at home and I'll put it on.
Put on your honour coat. Cara, how often is the Hayes family sitting around chucking in the old VHS tape and watching back Hazy's highlights? So
I feel like he's waiting for Henry to be like, Dad, what are these? And he'd be like, well, son, grab a seat and let me tell you.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what else they're for.
But it's a love story. We met at a Centrals game.
goodness.
Who? Me and you?
Yeah, not quite.
No.
No, we didn't. That was one of your other many hobbies, playing music in a pub, which we've still got a whole heap of music gear, speakers, cords, all of that in taking up space in our front room, but you won't get rid of that either.
There's a TV show for people like you.
No, you made one mistake calling this, Andrew.
Well, I got to say, this is a very, very dangerous allyship, and that is yourself, Cara, and my co-host, Jodie. What is going on here? Like, what are we doing this?
I love it when two great minds come together, Cara.
Yeah, we're smart.
Yeah, okay, so the hoarding is just particular to him. No one else is allowed to hold on to their old stuff. Is that right?
No, quite often I find things in the bin and I'll be like, Andrew, what is this? I'm like the child, when you come home from school and you throw all the artwork in before they can find it, and he does that to me in the house. And I'm like, Hazy, why is this in the bin? I need that. We're still using that.
Tried to throw away a bike the other day.
Yeah. Did you? How'd that pan out?
Not very well.
No.
Cara found it.
Cara Hayes, it is always an absolute pleasure to talk to you.
Oh, thank you, guys. You're the real winner here, Jodie. You've got to put up with him each morning.
No joke.